Hi, today I wanted to teach you guys a little tip on how to do simple mathematics. Uh, One of my friends has a girlfriend and she has difficulties with negative numbers, so I wanted to give an analogy for negative numbers with the Among Us imposter. So let's equate an Among Us character to a positive 1 value, and let's equate a imposter to a negative 1 value. So the crewmate is 1 and the imposter is negative 1. So the way we're going to add these together is negative 1 plus 1. So in Among Us, how we'll do each problem is we'll say that there's a crewmate, who's he's got his eyes going through a pair of binoculars, and he's watching. So if one imposter kills one crewmate and there's another crewmate watching, the crewmate will die and the imposter will get voted out. Therefore, we have nobody left. So you get 0. So now, if we want to get into a harder problem that I could see people struggling with, we can do, for example, say there's, well, actually, no. Let's say you got 3 crewmates, right? So we'll draw a little crewmate here for you, and we have let's say 4 imposters, right? Oop, that's the wrong color. Don't want to confuse you guys here, you know what I'm saying? So let's get this. There we go. Because as we all know, the imposter is always red, because red is the most sus color. Isn't that right? Okay. So if we put this equation, in an Among Us game, we got our little guy watching again. Through his little binocs. You know what I'm saying? 3 imposters. So you're going to want to match the imposters to the crewmates. So to kill 3 crewmates, if there's 3 crewmates and 4 imposters in a room. Oh my gosh, sorry, I forgot the negatives on here. If there is 3 crewmates and 4 imposters in the room, only 3 imposters will have to kill, because there's only 3 crewmates, right? So you get rid of the 3 crewmates, and you get rid of 3 imposters. So we can actually break that problem down, because I know you might struggle with this one. Negative 4 minus 3. And since they're all imposters, we can, since this is imposters and this is imposters, we can just ignore all the negatives because they're all the same. They cancel each other out. So we're left with 1 imposter, because it's just 4 minus 3, which we covered in our last class. So I think you guys can understand that one. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment at the bottom of the video there. So we're left with 1 imposter. So then the answer to this equation here is 1 imposter, because 3 kill and the crewmates use 3 of them kill, and then the crew votes out the rest of those. Yeah, so the last problem I wanted to do is it's a real toughie, and I know that my friend's girlfriend I don't want to drop any names, but an eraser here. Yeah, there we go. I don't want to drop any names, but she has difficulties with these kind of problems. So what happens if three imposters meet three more imposters? Okay. You might be asking yourself, that's an incredibly hard question. How would I even begin to solve this? Well, it's actually quite simple if you just look at it in Among Us terms. Since they're both imposters, say you and your friend are imposter, you wouldn't go into a room with your friend and kill him because you can't. That's not how the game works. So it'd be you and your friend, so it'd be 2. So we just add the numbers. We can just ignore the negatives. Once again, we add the numbers, so we get 6 imposters, right? And I said this would be the last one, but that was actually a quick one. So I'll do one more difficult one. And this is one for subtraction. So subtracting imposters instead of adding imposters. So say there's a crewmate in the room and an imposter in the same room, but the imposter leaves the room, so we're subtracting the imposter from the equation, right? So -1, and then you subtract a negative imposter. So a little trick you can use here for subtracting a negative imposter is what happens when the imposter leaves the room. So first of all, this crewmate wouldn't die, right? Because the imposter is just leaving the room. So we keep the 1 here. And since this imposter leaves the room, he also doesn't get voted off. So we can bring down a 1 here, because he still stays alive. So we are left with 1 plus 1, which gives us 2 Among Us boys. Sorry, 2 Among Us characters. I don't know what lingo you guys use nowadays. You catch my drift? But you get 2 Among Us characters left alive. So that's a simple way to do it. And yeah, so if you guys have any more questions on mathematics, any difficult problems that you have in your homework maybe, or if you have statistics, I can cover any course through Among Us. It's my passion to teach through pop culture, and I'm hip, so I love modern games like Among Us, Call of Duty. I play a lot of Tetris. There's this game I played 20 years ago. I don't know if it's still around. Fire Emblem. Played one of those. But yeah, so I enjoy all of those, and I'd be happy to teach through any of those games. So if you have any requests, just put them in the comments. And thank you for attending today's class. Class dismissed.